Hello, crew. Let's get started. I wanted to talk a little bit about a tracker I made for keeping people moving forward on the incentive. I've had a lot of questions, and some people feel somewhat defeated because there is only 18 people going to Miami. And I'm going to come to you and I'm going to talk to you about incentives in general. An incentive, whether it's on our team page or it's run by home office, if done correctly, will push you pretty darn hard to reach that big goal. And that is the goal of the incentive, to really push somebody way outside their box to earn that incentive to Miami. The best thing about these incentives, though, is Andrew understands the importance of them, but also the stair step effect of the prizes that we have the opportunity to earn along the way. Now, some people are very, very charged up with trips and prizes and they want it, and that's fine. I want you to push and go for it. Now, what I'm going to share with you today is it'll be a stretch goal for some people. It will be, if you're looking to do more, you'll probably have to add more to it. And you'll kind of see why. Um, but it's a great way to track your progress so that you can continually keep moving forward. Now, we talked about the why in your business, the core reason why you do what you do. And it's something that I still am going to encourage you to do, because when things get hard, you feel defeated, you don't hit that arbitrary goal, it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you if you're working towards it on a daily basis and consistently. A goal is set as an arbitrary number to reach for. If your arbitrary number to reach for is level 8 and you happen to earn level 5, did you fail? No, you didn't fail, because you did the activities to move forward. And a lot of that will come as you learn to progressively work towards your goals, reassess yourself. What did you do well? What didn't you do well? What could have you done differently? A goal isn't a reflection of you as a person, and you should never feel that because you don't reach a goal that you're not good. That's not the case. You have to look at the actions you took leading up to it. Did you work your hardest? What did it look like for you? What did you get out of it? If you don't earn the incentive and you work super hard and you get some prizes, I can guarantee you that your business will improve from day one to 3 months later if you're working in a consistent manner. So, with that said, there's a few things I want to point out. Andrew had done a post, and the post is good, okay? And you may pick one of these areas to reach for, okay? And he gave several examples. He gave examples of personal, okay, what you would have to do personally to earn the incentive, and what it could look like if you're working your business personally and you're building a team, okay? So it's different. If you're by yourself, that volume is going to have to be a lot higher. Okay. If you have a team under you, your volume still is going to have to be pretty high, but you're also going to have to focus on building up the people that are directly under you. And that's what's going to make these points. So make sure you take some time to look at the criteria. 1 point for every dollar in sales, points when you rank advance, and points when your personal team member rank advance. That would be your level 1, okay? So in that, there are this sheet right here, and I would highly suggest printing at least this sheet out and have it next to your goals, because you're going to take a big goal and you're going to break it down, okay? And we do this month after month with our monthly goals. So this is something you'll just get routine of doing. We're going to take that big goal and break it down. Now, with the examples that Andrew gave, I'm going to highly recommend you read them. But the milestones for prizes, we don't know the prizes yet. The milestones for prizes is 2,000 incentive points, 5,000 incentive points, 11,000 incentive points. And of course, we don't know what it looks like for the top 18, right? We don't know that. They've got to push, and those big numbers will be the top 18 that go, okay? But if you want to push yourself and go for that 2,000 point, you can do that. And I'm going to show you this tracker. It's a little low on the scale, but you can totally do that. And then you're just going to customize your team and your sales according to the goal you're going after. Now, what I'm going to do, because I love to see success overall, and I like to make sure that you have a way to track it, that you feel good with what you're doing. And if this is easy for you, you make it a little harder. And if that's not enough of a stretch goal, you double the numbers and you make it even harder. But this is kind of a baseline push zone for a lot of people. So there's a few things I'm going to go over as far as average numbers. The sheet I made looks like this. And on this sheet, there's orders, products on people, and follow-ups per week. Now, as you learn, I teach on the principle of 5 by 5, and you'll learn that as we go. I did not give you 5 things yet. I gave you 3 things. These are like planting your seeds. When we talked about the why in the garden, these are planting seeds, okay? And cultivating your seeds, right? We have the orders up here. We have products on the people, so we know whether it's in a party, it's a one-on-one, it's an event. The more you get products on the people, the better average that you'll get a sale, right? And that also goes with follow-up, because if you're not following up on the samples, on the hostesses, on the customers, those are lost sales, right? So I gave you this sheet. And in this sheet, there is 4 weeks. So you would need one of these for each month, okay? April, May, and June. Now, if you fill this sheet in 1 month, you're just going to print another sheet and clip it to this, because that means your goal is more than what is on this sheet, okay? So there's 4 weeks. And 5 boxes, 4 weeks and 5 boxes, 4 weeks and 5 boxes, 4 weeks and 5 boxes. Now I'm going to tell you why I picked this number right here. Okay, so if you have a pen and pencil, or a pencil and paper, you may want to write this down. These were some average numbers that Andrew shared at some of the events that really help you look at your business and set some goals. So when Andrew talks about customer sales, okay, he said that an average customer will spend $75 and they'll buy 3 times a year. Okay, so $75 an average sale, and they will buy 3 times a year on average. Okay, all right, so that's the first number. Okay. That means if you are pushing for, let's say, one of our first goals, if you go to our guide section, I have get to rank 5 as fast as you can. And why do we want to get to rank 5 as fast as we can as new members? Because it doubles our commission. Okay, so let's say right away, our first goal, we want to get to rank 5 as fast as we can in April. Okay, so that's $1,000 personal volume. And you can break that down into weeks. Okay, 250, 250, 250, 250 is $1,000 for April. Now, if you look at it as an average sale of $75, that's about 13.3 customers to buy Posh each month. Okay, so let's average it up and let's do 15. You need 15 customers on average to spend $75 and to hit that $1,000 weekly, your 250, 250, 250, 250, or your 1,000 for the month. Okay, so average about 15 customers that are purchasing around $75. Okay, so with that said, we are going to, your goal would be $75 an average order. Some will be more, some will be less. Okay, so if you look at the average sale being $75, they buy 3 times a year, then to keep going, you would need about 60 unique customers a year. Okay, but if you want to be conservative and say, oh, mine don't really do 75, maybe they do around 50, that feels more doable to you, then you would need 20 customers to spend $50 3 times a year to yield your 1,000 in sales each month. Okay, 1,000 in sales at 30% commission, which you will get there through this incentive if you work it religiously. Okay. What was I saying with that? I just lost my train of thought. Oh, 30% commission on $1,000 is $300 a month and commission that you will receive. Okay. So again, going back to that, if you need to make more than $300 and you're not growing a team, then maybe you need to raise the amount that you're selling or your goal in which you need to sell each month. I'm giving you just a baseline to start focusing on. And maybe, like I said, it's super easy in April for you. So you're going to increase that in May. Okay. So if you have an average sale, you feel more comfortable with $50 a person, then you will need 20 customers a month. Okay. So that's kind of like an incentive or average number look at. So what I did, hopefully this makes sense, is I have set this tracker up, and this tracker has your 5 by 50. Now, if you're going 75, then you could do less, or you could just leave it this way. Okay, so in week 1, okay, of April, my goal is to get 5 people that spend $50 a piece. And each time I get one of those, I check a box off. Okay, now let's say you get somebody that spends $100. You can check 2 boxes off that week. So really your goal is to be consistent throughout the month. Now it looks different for us because we don't have sales till the 15th. So this is where, as a team, we're going to talk about how would you do a bulk order? How could you take advantage of these first 2 weeks that maybe you don't have somebody coming to your website? How are you going to get those sales? Okay. If that's not something you want to do, then you're just going to have to double up the next 2 if you want to stay on track. So the whole thing is to try to get 5 $50 orders per week. We have 4 weeks. That's going to give you 20 $50 orders. Okay. Now, again, I'm going to say, if you want to switch this up, you can. If this is too easy for you, print another sheet and double it up. Okay. So maybe you want to do 10 $50 orders a week. Totally doable. It's just going to push you faster. Now, reasons I do the products on the people and the follow-ups on here is because products on the people is so important for building relationships, sharing the products, creating your connections, and getting outside your inner circle. So if I challenge you to get at least 5 products on the people each week, I know you're doing a business building activity that butted up with your follow-ups should produce these orders, right? And if it's products on the people and you're hosting a party and you send out samples, you may get 5 people in your first week in one party because you have a captive audience. Now, for many of you, if you haven't printed off any of the trackers that I've provided for you, you could keep track of the names on the back of your sheet, okay? So when you come to follow-ups per week, you are connecting with 5 different people at least per week. So it's a 5 by 5 by 5. Now later I'll explain to you the other 2 5s and 5s, but I want to start easy, okay? So this one says Miami incentive plan, 20 customers per month at $50 is $1,000 per month in personal volume. Now, the thing you have to look at when you look at the pay plan and what we're doing here, and I'm going to show you the one I have notes on. So if you have one in front of you, pull it out. When in April, let's say you decide this is a goal for me. This would push me. I'm going to try this. I'm going to work forward on this. And your goal is $1,000 in April. Maybe it'll be more in May and June because the site will be up going and you have things planned. So this will get you to your rank 5 if you do the $1,000 in sales. It doubles your commission and it also gets you into the pink t-shirt that Andrew talked about that we get when we get to rank 5, the original pink t-shirt, okay? Now let's say you stick with this goal and you do $1,000 in May. That's gonna take you to rank 6, okay? That's $2,000 and 24% commission. Okay, so you're going up on the commission. It's improving your business as you're working towards a goal. And then rank 7 is actually 3,500. So of course, if you have a goal of 1,000 and you only do 1,000 minimum, April, May, and June, you're going to be short 500 to rank 7. So if you have a month that you hit 1,000, don't stop. You need to keep cultivating, feeding, and sharing so that maybe the first month you get 1,200, the second month you get 1,500, and by the third month you are totally at or beyond rank 7 and rank 8. So we know at rank 9 you hit 30%. So you're just taking these numbers. If you want to hit 8,000 rank 9, you just need to break that up into monthly goals, okay? And with the tracker, just print a couple more of these off. That just means you have to get more orders, more products on people, and more follow-ups to move faster through the incentive. So this is like a base tracker plan, and I love it because if you keep up on it and you really are honest with yourself and you track it, like week 1, products on the people, and you get products on 5 people and you keep track of it and you do that throughout the month, you can look at that and you can say, I worked hard. I did these things. Now, if you missed a whole bunch, maybe the next month you work harder on your follow-ups. If you didn't get all your follow-ups, you work harder of getting products on the people. You work harder on your orders in the area that maybe you didn't do as well on. There's a few kind of things I want, like I said, that I would like to highlight about incentives. I gotta find my paper here. Is sometimes, like I said, success in an incentive is showing up every day. And a lot of us don't do this full time, or this is a part-time gig. But if you have a tracker and you're working on these goals, you are showing up every day because you're doing your sales, your products on the people, and your follow-ups, and that will result in orders and expansion of your business. Again, I'm going to go back to your goals do not define you. Okay. If you set a goal and you miss it, that doesn't mean you're a bad person. That doesn't mean you did wrong, because you probably set a very lofty goal and you made progress towards it. You may not have hit it, but you made progress towards it. So is that a bad thing? No, it's never a bad thing. So set realistic but lofty stretch goals. And, just know if you get close, but you don't hit it, it's okay. Okay. Goals are set. Why are goals set? Goals are set to push you out of your comfort zone. Not all of us are comfortable with follow-ups, but if the prize or the push to reach that goal gets us out of our comfort zone, that goal did what it was supposed to. This incentive did what it was supposed to. It got you out of your comfort zone and it got you pushing yourself against odds that you never knew you could, and you will see yourself grow in your business grow in the process. The biggest thing I hear is, I tried and I failed. You did not fail, you guys. If you tried and you worked and you made progress, you succeeded. You succeeded on conquering those fears and mindset of, I can't do this. You need to tell yourself, I can do this. What else did I have here? Again, a lot of my notes say you have to take action, you have to do the things. Don't be the person, and I've seen this many a times, that they look at the incentive and they're like, I'm not even going to try. I'm not going to try because I set goals and I don't reach my goals and then I fail. So why even try? Don't do that. Don't do that. That isn't a growth mindset. That's not an abundance mindset. You have to set the goal and then you have to set the activities to reach the goal, and you have to do it. Action will produce results, especially consistently done over time. So changing the way you look at your goal. This is something I'm working for. This is something I'm going to hold myself accountable to. This is something that's going to help me get out of this comfort zone or face the fears I have doing some of these uncomfortable things. And you will notice that your goal will grow when you show up every day. That's why I do these consistency challenges, things like 5 orders a week. Okay, you have 7 days in the week. You work a full-time job. I'm asking you to get Posh on People out of those 7 days, at least 5 people in those 7 days in a week. Okay, so maybe you do more on one day than you do on another, but it sets you up to pay attention to, what am I doing this week, and not saving it for the end of the month where you feel defeated and overwhelmed because you didn't get something done. You've consistently worked it throughout the month. So really change the way that you look at it and believe that you can do it. And when you do that and you do the actions, you guys, you will be surprised at the prizes you earn. Maybe you'll make it to the incentives. But if you don't make it to the incentive, did we fail? No, we didn't fail. We earned more commission. We built up our team members. We learned. We conquered fears. We won prizes. You will come out stronger by just following a plan, sticking to it, and doing it. So I'm going to post this little tracker. Again, like I said, this is kind of just a basis to get started. It may totally be too easy and you double it up each month. It may be a stretch goal for you, and that's okay, because we all come in here with a different journey and a different mindset, different journey and a different goal. Not mindset. You need a good mindset. But I want you to know that as a team lead and as a sponsor, my goal is to meet you where you're at and to push you a little farther than where you thought you could be. So if coming in here you only want to make $300 a week and you want to um not have a team, this is fine. Stick with this. This will challenge you. This will push you. But if you want to grow a team and help your team, maybe you do 2 of these sheets a month. So ask questions if you have them. But that's my little incentive tracker that I wanted to provide for you guys before we get started on signups tomorrow. And then next week, I'll talk a little bit more on this as we continue our renewal training on our pot and planting our seeds and cultivating our seeds and watering our seeds to grow our garden or grow our beautiful flower in our pot. So happy Thursday, you guys. Tomorrow's a big day. Can't wait to see everybody in the downline.